What's new?
Frisco, Felicia, I'm afraid you two young people have a lot of explaining to do. And as chief of police, I have to know it all. Where you went, what you did, who you saw, and most of all, what you found out.
I understand. We'll cooperate in every way we can. When you're just doing your job, we know that. Gotta tell you, it's nice to know that chief of police is our friend.
Yeah, both
Well,
of them.
I wouldn't depend too much on that, Frisco. Yes, we do go back a ways together, but that doesn't mean that I can let you two off the hook. When I'm satisfied with what you tell me, then we'll discuss what's going to happen to you.
We understand that. Facing a lot of strong charges and have a lot of questions to answer. We just want our family and friends to know that we're innocent. There's a logical explanation to everything, I promise you.
I didn't steal the money in the coat.
No, absolutely not. And you'll find that out once you,
All right,
know
look,
the
we'll
truth.
give you every benefit of the doubt. But you better come up with some proof, otherwise those cuffs are going to stay locked.
Look, I think we're wasting time here. I'd like to know what happened in Atlantic City.
Well, how much time you got?
All night, or as long as it takes. I have to know it all. Frisco, you've got to tell me what you can prove, what you suspect, and what you can't explain.
Absolutely. As soon as Robert and Anna get here, we ought to go through all of it.
Frisco, Robert is no longer the commissioner of police here.
Nobody's digging up evidence to clear us, Bert.
What kind of evidence?
Well, I'm not sure. You might as well wait for him and ask him yourself.
Well, you mean that he knows your story?
Well, he knows enough of it.
Well, then we don't have to wait for them to get here.
Anna's the chief of police, and she's our friend.
Well, so am I on both counts. But I want some answers, and I want them right now.
Why, Bert, listen, we're on the same side, remember?
Well, Frisco, I'm sure you can give me at least some concrete evidence of what you suspect. Maybe you've got something in black and white. Maybe something in print.
I think it's better if we hold off till Robert gets here. That way we can go through all the details at once.
Look, don't forget that I read you your rights.
You mean we might be incriminating ourselves? Well, maybe we ought to give Jake a call, huh?
I think maybe that'd be a good idea.
I can't wait. This is going to be like a circus. Call whomever you like, but I want to get to the bottom of this as soon as possible.
Frisco, where is Scorpio?
Well, he should be at Duke's club. We were going to meet him in the catacombs later.
All right. You call Jake, and I'll see if I can locate Scorpio and
All right.
You okay?
For the first time in weeks, I'm glad this whole thing's finally over.
Listen, Robert is on our side. He's going to get all the answers we need. Don't worry about it.
I'm back so soon?
I'm sorry, he insisted on coming up here.
Well, I had heard that ex-husbands could be jealous, but this is getting to be a bit ridiculous.
Jealous? That's the last thing you need to worry about from me.
Where did you go to after you left the party?
Well, I went to find Robert. I wanted to put an end to this once and for all.
I'm all for that.
If you've got something to say, just say it, please, because I'm sick of all this mystery.
This mystery has almost cost 2 lives.
What are you suggesting?
We talk. Now, the place is empty, the party's over. Let's get on with it.
Well, actually, I didn't intend to spend this evening with anyone but Anna.
If it's going to get off our backs, I think it's worth it, don't you?
Well, listen, darling, I thought we'd spend the rest of tonight together. It is our engagement party, after all. How many times do you get engaged? What did you do in your engagement party? Talk shop?
I didn't ask him up here.
Luca, why don't we continue this conversation in the morning? If you've something important to say to me, then call me and we'll make an appointment. Tonight is for us.
Not when there are lives at stake.
If you are referring to Frisco and Felicia, then I don't see how their situation has anything to do with Duke.
That's what I'm here to find out. Now, they're both on the run. I think I know why. I think you do, too. Frisco is getting close to something down on the waterfront. Too close. They tried to scare him off, but it didn't work. So when you can't get to the guy, you go for his wife, don't you?
This is your story, not mine.
Yeah, but you're smack in the middle of it. I'm convinced that Felicia was set up just to stop Frisco.
I think Felicia was framed also, but I have no evidence that Duke was involved, and neither do you.
I will, before the night's out. You know, can't be any coincidence that this building is the center of everything that's happened lately.
Oh, for goodness sake, that's just a wild guess. Can't you be realistic?
That computer there, I guess it's the brains behind your various operations, right?
No, I am. That's simply where I organize things.
Would it be asking too much for you to access me all of the information in said computer?
Well, the files only contain business information. Are you interested in running a nightclub?
Just this one. Come on, what do you say? You got nothing to hide? Let me have a squeeze at your computer.
You don't have to, Duke.
No. Oh, you be my guest. I'll even access the files for you.
All of them?
These are the access code words. It will take a little while for the information to print out.
It's okay, I've got all night. Oh, and while you're at it, let's not forget what's on hard disk, too.
I've already requested that information.
You have no right to harass him like this. What the hell are you trying to prove, anyway?
You're gonna find out soon enough.
Why would you be interested in his business affairs?
I want to know everything there is to know about one Mr. Lavery. Now, the printout will only show me what's on the current computer directory. But I'm guessing that it's going to give me exactly what I want.
If it doesn't, you believe in that?
Of course not.
Well, they strolled in right after I hung up talking to you. Lewis nabbed them outside Duke's.
What were Frisco and Felicia doing there?
That's one of the many questions I intend to ask them. They're being booked right now.
What about the printout?
That's the problem, Damon.
Yeah, it's a big one if it falls into any hands but ours.
I am well aware of the significance of that printout, Damon. What I don't know is how to get it from those kids. I can't order a complete body search and put them in a regular cell.
Well, what's stopping you from doing that?
You haven't any idea what would happen to a cop and his wife if he was thrown into a cell with all those real cons.
Well, it'd be worth it if we could get the printout back. I mean, they could have it or some clue to where it's hidden on them.
I can't throw Felicia and Frisco into one of those cells without a darn good reason. I have to be careful that I don't show my hand.
There's no way you can do a strip search without putting him in, putting him in an ordinary cell?
No. I need to figure out how to get them there without pointing the finger at myself. Once I've got that printout, I don't give a damn what happens to them.
Well, is there anything I can do?
You had your chance, Damon, and you blew it. Now it's up to me. Keep in touch. Come in.
Chief, the preliminary booking has been completed.
Oh, good.
It was the hardest thing I've ever had to do.
Yeah, try it on this side of the fence sometime.
Jake didn't answer his phone at his office, so I left a message on his
You
machine.
try to get a hold of Robert and Anna yet?
Well, I wasn't able to reach them.
You keep trying, won't you?
Well, of course, I said I would. But for the time being, we'll have to put you in a cell after you've been searched.
Cells. With regular prisoners?
No. I'm sure Bert wouldn't do that to us, right?
No, of course not. Louis, I think that we could put Felicia in a special holding cell until the others get here.
Yeah. Thank you, Bert. See?
You want to take care of that now?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Well, feel better now? Nothing to worry about, okay? Everything's gonna be taken care of. We'll be out of here before you know it.
Jails terrify me.
Oh, don't worry about it, okay? It's a holding cell. There's nothing to worry about. Bert's not gonna let anything happen to us.
All right, listen, I think that holding cell's probably going to be ready right away, so you better go.
Okay, it's all right.
They finally arrested Jones and his wife. You know, Polk, I was surprised at the number of officers here who were very happy at the news.
Well, no organization likes getting a bum rap because of one bad apple.
Yeah, well, Frisco certainly gave this police department a black eye. It's going to take us time to live it down.
As if we don't have enough problems with public relations. You know, you go to bust a guy in the street, and all you hear is crooks arresting crooks.
Well, the damage has been done, but I got to tell you, even though I know the seriousness of the crime, I suggested preferential treatment for him and his wife.
Forgive me, Chief.
What?
But aren't you maybe being a little too loyal to Jones?
Well,
I know he's your friend, and you go way back. But you got the department to think about, too. You don't want cops feeling you're playing favorites. The best thing to do in this case would be to make an example of Jones. Show the rest of the force and the entire community what happens to a cop who tries to take the law into his own hands.
Thanks, Polk, thanks. I got to think about that. Thanks. What's going on out here? Is there a fire?
I don't know, Chief. The alarms in the block of holding cells suddenly went haywire. It's a madhouse out here.
Don't worry about it. There's nothing wrong. It's just a little malfunction with the security system. Be off in a second.
All right. Tell me, what's it all about?
Well, there's some damage to a fuse box serving the block of special holding cells.
Well, can it be repaired?
Not tonight.
You mean that whole area will be without alarms?
Yes, sir, at least until tomorrow. All the prisoners in the holding cells will have to be transferred to regular cells for the time being.
Not Felicia, man.
Everyone.
Oh, wait a minute now. Come on, we can't put these two in a cell with the hardened criminals.
Captain, we have no choice. It's that or let them go.
Oh, well, no. Wait a minute, Lieutenant Polk. As far as freeing the two of them go, that isn't one of our options right now.
I understand that, sir. But as a member of the Internal Affairs Board, I feel compelled to lodge a protest here. I demand that Officer Jones and his wife receive no special treatment.
Oh, come on.
Not only are they charged with serious crimes, but he's responsible for giving this department a black eye, to put it mildly.
Look, Lieutenant Polk, we're just trying to see that Felicia and Frisco get a fair shake, nothing more.
What have they done to deserve one? Captain Lewis, talk to some of the officers walking the beat. They're complaining of constant harassment on the streets.
Wait a minute. Whatever happened to innocent until proven guilty? Or does that just apply for criminals and not cops?
Wait, Frisco, don't make Lieutenant Polk the enemy. You heard him say he's on the Internal Affairs Board. Now, who do you think is responsible for making a decision about whether or not you've got a future on the force?
Lewis, you will chair Frisco's hand.
I don't give a damn about a board or chairing or anything about that. I'm protecting my wife here. Now, is that a crime, too?
Well, now, wait a minute, Frisco. Look, Lieutenant, what if we kept the two of them under guard in an interrogation room until that alarm is fixed?
That violates all regulations. Chief, I shouldn't have to tell you that.
Come on, look, we're just trying to find a compromise.
As I see it, there's no reason to make one. We're dealing with common criminals here. Cops or not, they should be treated as such.
This is one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make. Lieutenant Polk is right, Frisco. Nobody is above the law. You and Felicia will have to play it by the rules.
No,
Now,
Bert,
wait a minute.
please.
Look. Lewis, I don't know what else we can do. You've got to give them a complete search and put them in a regular cell. And bring me everything that you find on them. Ordinary procedures.
For God's sake, please, Bert, don't put her in a cell with other prisoners. I mean, she's married to a cop. Come on, you got to do something for us.
Keep an eye on her.
Please, take her. Take her
Listen,
away.
I promise you, nobody's going to hurt you. Don't worry about it. Will you get Robert and Anna down here now?
I don't know what's got into him. I've never seen him act like this before.
Oh, I admire his dedication, if not exactly the direction it's taking.
You know, you've been very good to cooperate with him like this. You didn't have to give him all that information.
No, it's quite all right. If it proves my operation is above board, it will have been worth it.
These the only computer files you have?
Yes, I gave you all the access code words, didn't I? That's the lot.
At least all the ones you're going to let me see.
Well, you'll just have to take my word for it then, won't you?
That's what bothers me.
Aren't you satisfied now?
There's still the matter of the traveling circus and those treasure chests. Now, what do you know about the circus of Michelle Olivier? What's your connection there?
Well, they merely provide decorations for my masquerade parties.
Is that all they provide?
Oh, that is enough, all right? If there is a point to your interrogation, I want to know what it is. But if there isn't, then you've got to stop harassing him now.
I was here last week when Michelle and his buddy showed up. Something about this treasure chest didn't quite gel. The name of the circus was painted on the side of it, so I did a spot of investigating.
And what did you find out?
I have good reason to believe that cash is being transported from the circus to this office in those treasure chests.
Oh, I wish. I could use all the money I can get hold of.
Even if it's illegal.
Well, now listen, Scorpio, I've put up with you long enough. When you start verging on the realms of the absurd, then it's time for me to get off if you don't mind.
I have reason to believe this guy has some sort of a money laundering scam going on. The cash is all dirty. It's all being transported around the countryside in those treasure chests. They keep it on the move. There's nothing on the books. They can't tax us. Therefore, the IRS don't know about it.
Oh, that is one hell of a theory. Congratulations. Now, you've looked around. Where is the money? You've seen in the chest. The chests are empty. Would you like to look through my pockets?
Is there a safe in this office?
Over there.
You want to demonstrate what a great bloke you are and open it up for him?
Well, anything to put an end to your bizarre notions. Are you satisfied? Do you see millions of dollars of laundered cash?
He'd hardly hide anything in such an obvious spot.
This man has an answer for everything.
You know, it could be something funny with the bricks around here. I do believe there's a hollow spot behind this wall, in which case, a section of it probably moves back. Is that an admission of guilt?
You don't quit, do you?
Secret of my charm.
Well, I'll let you have your fun. Watch very closely.
Two safes. My, you must have a lot to hide.
No, I only have a lot of enemies. Now are you satisfied?
Not until I'm convinced there aren't any more fake walls around here.
We're gonna be here all night.
Hello.
Hello, Duke. It's Chief Ramsey. Is Anna there, please?
Yeah, just a moment. It's for you, Ramsey.
Bert, what's up?
Anna, we've got Frisco and Felicia. They were arrested a short while ago.
Oh, are they okay?
Yes, they're okay.
Okay. I'm gonna be over there as soon as I can. They picked up Frisco and Felicia tonight.
What?
They're so surprised. I'm going over there right
I'm going
away.
with you.
No, this is police business.
They're friends of mine. I'm probably the only one that can get them off this thing. But I haven't finished with you yet. We'll discuss our little business later.
We were saved by the bell, you realize that. If that phone hadn't rung, Scorpio would have discovered the cash hidden behind the fireplace.
Is that guy psychic or something?
No, he's intelligent, he's incredibly thorough, and he also happens to be one of the toughest men I've ever encountered.
Living up to his reputation, huh?
And then some.
I just saw your visitors leave.
Yeah, well, they'll be back. You can count on that.
The hell did Scorpio want? I thought we took care of him.
You can't simply get rid of a man like Scorpio, not without answering his questions. You realize he's on to Eve, Michelle, and the traveling circus.
I heard reports.
Well, I have more good news for you. Scorpio knows about the cash at the circus, and also that it may be transported over here. He almost has our entire operation figured out. And that's not all. Frisco and Felicia were arrested tonight.
I heard about that, too. They were supposed to have been killed at the circus.
What are you talking about?
Well, I had a hit out on him, man. It would have worked, too, if Scorpio didn't interfere.
You swore to me that you wouldn't harm them.
Oh, Lavery, grow up. This isn't cops and robbers we're playing here. It was either them or us.
Oh, so now it's us. Frisco and Felicia are alive, and we are dead.
Hardly.
Well, I'll tell you, Damon, we've lost everything. Once Anna and Scorpio decode that printout, they'll have enough evidence to put us all away.
Relax. Now, Mr. B's men are looking for the printout right now, and they will make sure it doesn't fall into unfriendly hands.
So Mr. B has proven himself to be far from all-powerful. I've lost confidence in him and everything that he does. He can't pull this project off, and if he goes down, we all go down with him.
I'm telling you, Michelle and Eve have left for France, and the circus has canceled the rest of its tour. There is no link between us and the circus. The only thing that can stand in our way now is that printout.
Yes, Louis.
All right. This is everything we could find on Frisco and Felicia during the body search.
Any unexpected items?
No, just personal belongings. Nothing else.
Papers?
No, nothing incriminating, no.
No, maybe a claim check for storage or a locker key?
No. Are you looking for something in particular?
Well, I thought just maybe they might have some of that money that's missing on them or stashed away. Problem now is, where did it get to?
Hey, what's going on?
Where are they?
Well, they're in custody. Lewis here and Sam picked them up earlier this evening outside of Duke's.
You questioned them?
Well, I tried to, but Frisco wouldn't say anything until you two got here, except that they were absolutely innocent.
He's right. Get them up here right now. What holding cell are they in?
They're not in a holding cell.
Well, where are they?
They're in a regular cell.
You out of your mind?
Now, wait a minute. I had no choice, Robert. The alarm system where the holding cells are malfunctioned, so I had to put them in with the regular prisoners.
You couldn't have put them in an interrogation room?
Look, I was informed in no uncertain terms that the Internal Affairs Board would not put up with any preferential treatment for Frisco and Felicia.
Is that true?
Yeah. My hands were tied, Robert. Hey, look, I feel as badly about this as you do. You know, they're my friends, too.
I guess he didn't have any choice, really.
Locking a cop and his wife up in a cell with regular cons. You might as well have beat him up yourself. You know better than this.
Robert, I just do my job. You're talking like a friend, not a cop.
You know what can happen to two innocent people left in a jail cell overnight with regular cons?
I'll go get them.
Hurry. Thank you.
Guard! Guard, come here! Hey, guard, please. What can you do for my wife, please? You
After what you did, you're lucky we don't throw away the key for both of you. Thanks to you, Jones, my kids think all cops are crooked. My friends make cracks about the force behind my back. Strangers stop me on the street offering bribes. They assume I'm as crooked as you are. You gave every cop in town a black eye. As far as I'm concerned, you and your wife could rot in jail.
I don't care about me. Just my wife, please.
What do you know? The kid's a cop. Bad cop, too.
You think his fellow officers would mind if we taught him a lesson?
Probably let us out for good behavior.
So guys, I didn't do anything to you, right?
You joined the police force, didn't you? It's good enough for us.
I dream of being locked in here with a cop.
Who says dreams don't come true? You know what they say? Cop? Crime don't pay. You're gonna wish you'd never pinned on that badge.
Hey, fellas, come on.
Come on, get up!
I'm sorry, Felicia, but I was only following orders.
It's okay. It wasn't your fault. Just stay close to me, okay? I don't like the way these ladies are looking at me.
I'm gonna keep an eye on you. Now just let me go check in, and I'll be right back, all right? Don't worry. I'll be back.
Hurry, all right? Okay. Hurry.
What's your name, honey?
Leave me alone.
You been here before? I asked you a question. Get the hell off my bed.
Hey, I know you. Saw your picture in the paper.
She's the cop's wife. No kidding? I figured she was trash. I didn't know she married it, too.
Dresses nice, though, don't she? Just like a belly dancer.
It's pretty.
I want it.
If you don't stop it, I'm gonna scream.
Be my guest.
So the idea was to kill all three of us and then dump our bodies in the lake. Might have worked, too, if I hadn't switched clown costumes.
Why didn't you tell me about this sooner?
I don't like saying too much around your boyfriend. I mean, let's face it, it's no secret. I trust him about as far as I can throw the book from the bridge.
Maybe be out on Michelle and his head.
Don't bother.
Why? He tried to kill you, Frisco and Felicia.
The APB's already out. I called it in before you ran into me down
How can you do that? You're not authorized to do that.
the water. I used your name. I hope you don't mind.
Yes, I do mind. How dare you usurp my authority like that? I'm chief of police around here, not you. And I'm fed up of you coming in here and taking over Port Charles like you own it. You know, I have a good mind to put you under arrest for impersonating an officer.
Well, somebody has to make you look good in your job. You know, if you weren't acting like some pathetic little adolescent on their first date, perhaps, just perhaps, you might be able to see that Lavery's in this over his head. Somebody has to think logically. For you, protect you and my daughter.
I am perfectly capable of looking after my family myself. Thank you very much. I didn't ask you to come back here and help me. I don't need it. So either you back off or you get out of town, because I'm not warning you again.
Chief Ramsey sent me. Found Frisco semi-conscious on the floor of the cell. He's been beaten up.
My goodness.
That's not all. Felicia was attacked, too. We managed to save her, but she's in shock.
Oh. This way, this way.
Here you go. It's not much, but I wanted to do something for you. Take a drink. Maybe it'll ease some of your pain.
All the brandy in the world wouldn't help now. Thanks for the thought.
Duke, you really think this is the end?
Yeah, it has to be. Frisco and Felicia will have given Anna the printout by now. She and Scorpio will have it deciphered in no time. The WSB computer won't waste any time working it out.
Then why are you sticking around? Why don't you make a run for it while you still have time?
Now, you know me better than that.
Just once. Just once. Why are you so damn noble?
No, I'm not deserting Anna. I'll answer for my own actions. She'll be hurting enough as it is. You're free to go, you know. And I wish you would.
Forget it. I'll never walk out on you, buddy.
You know, I only regret about all of this.
Yes, I do. But tell me anyway. Maybe talking about it will ease the pain.
It's losing the love of the best woman I've ever known. You know, Anna is going to be devastated when she finds out I lied to her.
Duke, you tried to protect her and Robin. How can she blame you for loving her?
I'll take whatever I have coming. The only consolation is, well, knowing that Anna and Robin will be safe. And Frisco and Felicia know too.
Sit down. Don't be falling down. Sit down. Oh, why?
Find somebody to pay for this.
All right, come on, let's go to the general hospital.
Please stay with her. Stay with her.
Got it.
I'm gonna find out what happened if I have to tear this crummy jail apart, a brick at a time.
I'm gonna go with them.
Good, why don't you do that? Because from now on in, Anna, nobody stops me. I'm getting to the bottom of this. I'm gonna find out who did it. I'm gonna put them all away.
Fine. I just, I don't know, maybe overdid the dancing a little bit tonight.
I got scared. I woke up and you weren't there.
I was just walking around. I don't know, maybe I ate too much tonight, or
maybe the
something.
baby's trying to tell you something.
The baby is not due for a couple of weeks, so don't start worrying now. I don't know, maybe it was the excitement of seeing Robert Scorpio in the party and, you know.
I'll get it.
Oh.
Hello?
Tony, it's Anna. I'm sorry to call you so late.
That's all right. We were up.
Look, I've got some bad news.
It's Frisco and Felicia, isn't it?
Yes. I don't want to upset Tanya. Is she there?
Yeah.
All right. I'll give it to you straight, and you can handle it whatever way you want to with Tanya.
Just what happened?
Well, Frisco and Felicia were arrested tonight outside Duke's club, and they were taken to jail. And before Robert and I knew what was going on, I'm afraid that they both suffered severe beatings in their cells.
Where are they?
In emergency at General.
All right, I'll get there as fast as I can.
What is it? Something happened to Frisco and Felicia?
No, listen. It's gonna be all right, okay? Now, listen, I gotta get down to the hospital as fast as I can. Are you okay?
I'm fine. All that matters right now is Frisco and Felicia. What happened to them?
They got arrested, and they got a little roughed up, but they're okay.
How is she?
She has multiple lacerations on her back and shoulders, and she has 2 badly bruised ribs.
I suppose we're lucky that it wasn't worse.
Yeah, but the worst part's a shock, and we'll give her something for that. What the hell happened, Anna?
The alarm system in the jail broke, and all the inmates were put in cells with other prisoners. Where's Frisco?
Buzz and Patrick are examining him in the other room. We don't want him to see Felicia because he's a lot worse off than she is, and we don't want to run the risk of them both getting more upset than they already are.
All right, can I see him?
Sure.
How is he?
All we need now are x-rays to check for broken bones.
Can't believe this.
It isn't your fault.
Oh, isn't it? This should never have happened.
Let me see Frisco.
Just as soon as the doctors get through examining him.
You're lying. Something awful's happened to him. I just know it. You tell me where he is.
Felicia, don't get yourself upset. Frisco's going to be just fine.
Where he is.
Felicia, please sit down.
No, stop it. Just leave me alone. You just leave me alone. Don't you touch me. No, just leave me alone. No. Don't touch me.
Baby, what is it?
Frisco, we have to finish examining you. We have to get x-rays.
I told you I'm fine. What the hell happened to my wife?
The women in his cell. They found out I was married to a cop. Oh, God, it's awful.
I know whose fault this is, too.
Listen, there'll be plenty of time for that later, Frisco. Let's just check you out and make sure you're okay before we get into that.
Chief Devane had nothing to do with it. Don't give me that. She could have kept this from happening. She's always so insistent on teaching me a lesson, you know? So is this a lesson? Are you happy? Just what am I supposed to learn from this lesson?
You were both supposed to be in private cells. Something happened. I wasn't there. I didn't know. And it was too late.
I told you that it wouldn't be safe to put her in that cell. It doesn't take a genius to figure that out. What the hell's the matter with you?
I'm all right. I'm okay.
Where were you when they brought us into the station? Huh?
Who's at Duke's?
Of course you are. Making sure your boyfriend doesn't go to jail, huh? Well, the reason he's not in jail right now is because you're sleeping with him.
Frisco, come on. Let's get those x-rays taken. You can visit Felicia later when this is all over with. She'll be in a private room upstairs. Now, let's go.
Bring that over. Help her down.
Come on, Felicia. I'll take you up to the room, and Sam will help you settle in before Frisco comes up to visit.
Come on, Frisco. Let's go.
I should never have let this happen. At least Scorpio didn't find the money in the fireplace. It'll give us a chance to get off the hook.
That's not what I'm worried about.
Look, I don't think Frisco or Felicia have the printout.
There'd be cops swarming all over the place if they had it on them when they got arrested.
Well, they could come here and arrest me right now for all I care. I've been willing to give myself in for some time now. Only Anna and Robin's safety have prevented me from going to the police and telling them everything I know.
Now, Duke, that won't solve anything. Anna and Robin would still be in more trouble than they are now.
Oh, do you think I don't know that? That's what eats at me night and day. What am I left with? The realization that I've betrayed Anna.
Duke, someday, Anna's gonna realize you had no choice.
I promised her I would bring Frisco and Felicia back safely. I told her they wouldn't get the blame for a crime they didn't commit. Now look what's happened to them. Man, go downstairs. Tell Mark I want to see him now.
He's busy. Can it wait?
No, it cannot wait. I want him to be ready to take the fall for what happened to Felicia. Hurry up, man. Go on.
Okay, I'll get someone to cover for him. I'll be right back.
I'm sure most of our customers have left. Get home before the storm hits.
How is she?
She's very upset. She needs some sleep. I'm prescribing a sedative.
I wish I could go in there and see her, but after that scene with Frisco, I don't think it's a good idea.
Hey, I wouldn't take too seriously what Frisco said. He was in shock. He didn't mean all those
right
things.
to say what he said.
Anna, what is this about?
I wish I could explain.
Just want to see my wife, please. Be in the room, Frisco.
Let me get to see
I'll walk you to the door.
Hey, are you all right?
To move on this right away, Frisco and Felicia have been through enough.
I need more time.
More time for what, Marco?
I have to get my life in order.
If it wasn't for Duke, you wouldn't have a life.
I'm about to spend the next couple of years of my life in jail. Now, you'll forgive me for not jumping for joy.
Yeah, but the money we're paying you should help ease the pain.
I know. And I owe you one for saving my neck with the mob.
You're a good man, Marco.
When do you want me to go to the police?
I'm not quite sure about that. I have to find out what's happened to the printout first. The only thing is Frisco and Felicia must not go back to prison. They've suffered enough.
Here you go, my friend. $50,000 now and $50,000 when you get out of prison.
What if you're not around to give it to me?
That's the chance you're going to have to take.
And another thing. I want a straight explanation out of you for your actions. You understand? I won't let go until I get some good answers.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me. How are Frisco and Felicia?
They're not good.
I feel terrible about all of this.
Yeah, I think you should.
Why is that?
Because I've been more than patient with you, and I think it's gone on long enough. If you suspect anyone or you know something that's been going on, you've got to tell me now.
Well, whenever I have something to say, Anna, you will be the first to know.
Well, I don't know if I believe that anymore.
I love you. Do you believe that much?
It could just be another one of your lies.
Well, you believed it before. Before Robert Scorpio came back to you.
He didn't come back to me. And Robert isn't the only one that's suspicious of you. Sean's been warning me for months. Maybe it's about time that I started to listen to them.
I can't let you go like this.
You can't stop me.
Well, at least let me explain. You owe me that much.
I don't owe you anything. I've been more than patient with you, and now people are getting hurt because of it.
Where are you going? You can't go. Look at the storm out there. You can't drive like this. Let me drive you. We can talk in the car.
Do you think I want to believe that you're involved in all of this?
I hope you don't believe that.
I have to know for sure that you are not involved in Frisco and Felicia's problems. Well, until I know all the facts, I don't think I can wear this. Don't you care about any of this?
Yes, of course I can. This is not the ring I wanted to give you in the first place. Where are you going?
The hospital.
Well, let me come with you.
No, I want to see Frisco and Felicia.
You can't drive in this weather.
I don't care about the weather.
Why don't you wait until the morning?
Frisco and Felicia are two of the most important people in my life, and it's about time that I gave them the attention that they deserve.
Even if they don't want it?
Has every right to be angry at me. Maybe if I make it up to them about what happened in the prison, they'll forgive me.
Anna, don't shut me out like this.
You've already done that yourself.
You take care of yourself, okay?
Go tell them to go away. We don't want to
It can be important. I should get this.
Anna! Come on in! Oh, Bobby, I'm so sorry to call you so early, but, well, Jake wasn't answering his bell, and I wondered...
Jake's in here. He's having coffee
Jake.
with me.
Hi.
Hello. I heard what you did for Tanya. I was at the hospital and Tony and Tanya came in with the new baby.
What were you doing at the hospital so late?
Well, I was there with Frisco and Felicia.
I don't understand. You were at the hospital with Frisco and Felicia?
Don't you know what happened?
Well, Captain Lewis left me a message on the machine.
Yes. Something rather unfortunate took place last night
What?
with Frisco and Felicia.
What happened to them?
The alarm went out in their holding cell.
And?
It was an emergency. I wasn't there. The details are all very complicated, but they were both put into a common cell.
You've got to be kidding. A cop and his wife in a common cell?
I know. Well, you can imagine what happened. I mean, Frisco was beaten up, and Felicia was hassled by these two prostitutes. It was really bad.
Anna, how the hell did this happen?
I wasn't there. It wasn't my fault, Jake.
That is not an excuse.
I know it's not an excuse, but I do think we should get over to the hospital because they are both going to need you soon.
I want you to dust the cabinet and the wires for any partial prints.
All right, Commissioner, we'll have that taken care of right away.
Robert, what the hell do you think you're doing?
Morning, Bert.
I said, what in the hell do you think you're doing?
What you should have done last night. I'm dusting the wires for any prints. Somebody pulled them out of the wall.
Damn it, Robert, I am the police chief. And you have no authority
I'm
here.
taking it then.
Now,
With
you
Anna's permission. Any objections, Bert?
No objections.
You don't sound very happy. What's the latest on Frisco?
I don't have any news. I've just got a whole lot of questions.
Well, there's still no result on that APB we put out on Michelle and Eve of the circus.
Really? Anything else I should know?
Officially, no. Unofficially, yes. Anna, I consider Robert's unofficial actions out of line. He has no right to give orders to anybody in this department, and I'm going to have to talk to him about it.
Well, that's your choice. You are co-chief of police, after all.
Thanks for noticing.
You know what Robert always says, whatever happens, happens.
Tell me, where did he go after he dusted down the station for fingerprints?
I haven't the slightest idea.
I thought it would be better if we met on neutral ground.
Well, I'm feeling far from neutral.
Well, then have a drink, Duke.
A drink won't do it for me, Damon.
Look, I asked for this meeting. You didn't, so you back off.
Now, if you hadn't asked for this meeting, I would have done.
Okay. What's your gripe? Let's hear it.
How did Frisco and Felicia get beaten up in jail? Frisco and Felicia could have been killed in their jail cells. As it is, Frisco ended up in the hospital and Felicia was traumatized by her cellmates.
I had nothing to do with that.
How'd you expect me to believe that?
You can believe whatever you want. You've got bigger problems right now.
Such as?
I heard that Anna Devane gave back the engagement ring.
It was her decision to break off the engagement, not mine.
Perhaps you can get her to reconsider.
Oh, what do you want me to do, man? Twist her arm up her back? Want me to force myself upon her? Tell her she doesn't do as I say, she's in trouble.
This is not a joke.
Oh, no one knows that any more than I do, believe me. You've made it perfectly clear Anna Devane's life is in my hands. You've also made it very difficult for me to keep my part of the bargain.
And how do you figure that, huh?
There's only one way I'll put a ring on Anna Devane's finger. And that's to keep my promise and get Frisco and Felicia cleared.
Well, then you'll find a way to do that, won't you?
Oh, I already found a way to do that. I've set Marco up to be the fall guy to clear Felicia. Now that should keep them out of your hair for a while, too. So it's all up to you, Damon. Are you gonna leave off the kids for a while?
I told you, Duke, it had nothing to do with what
Yes, I know what you told me. You had nothing to do with them being beat up in prison. What do you want, Damon? What do you want in exchange for leaving your hands off those kids?
I want the printout.
Oh, do you really think they still have the printout? If they had the printout, the police would have it by now. For God's sake, we'd all be under arrest.
I think they've got it hidden somewhere. And if you are truly interested in the health of Felicia and Frisco, you will see to it that they find a way to hand it back over to us.
Oh, yeah? Do you have any more orders for me?
Yes, I do.
Well, let me hear them.
If you're truly interested in Anna Devane's health, you'll get her to take that engagement ring back.
Frisco's out on bail.
Oh, boy, out of the frying pan into the fire. Now he just has that police hearing to look forward to.
He's already facing baptism by fire. The police trial board are already in session, and frankly, I'm nervous for Frisco.
You should be, Anna.
Do you think this is all cut and dry? I mean, do you think they're actually going to terminate him?
Well, I don't have a crystal ball, but all they can do is weigh the evidence, and they can be tough, Anna. They don't deal in personalities.
I just feel so damn helpless.
Well, wait a minute now. You might be able to help Frisco. If the board orders a suspension for him, then maybe you and I can have something to say about the length of that suspension.
But if they terminate him from the force, do we still have some influence then?
That's an entirely different game. In all the years that I've been on the force, I've only seen that board overruled a couple of times.
It means so much to Frisco to
I
be
know.
a cop. I don't know how he would cope with this kind of a blow. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, hiya, Duke. Anna, I'll be in my office if you hear anything. Oh, Robert, you saved me some trouble. I wanted to talk to you.
Likewise. Anything on the APB regarding those two Frenchmen?
No, nothing yet, but I do have some thoughts on a couple of other things, Robert.
Why do I suddenly feel a lecture coming on?
Look, I know that you meant well, but you no longer have any authority here in Port Charles. You have no right to give anybody orders without checking with me and Anna.
Do I have to remind you that I overheard two characters planning on killing Frisco, Felicia, and myself? Now, in my position, what would you have done?
Absolutely nothing, until I had checked with me, for one thing.
You weren't around, mate. Neither was Anna. So I took the liberty while I was still alive. Otherwise, you'd have 3 murders on your hands. Not to mention your books. Come on, Bert, loosen up.
All right, let's drop it. You did what you thought you had to, I'm sure. Oh, by the way, there were no fingerprints on those alarm system wires.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're looking tired, mate. You all right?
A lot of pressure, Robert, a lot of pressure. Anna's feeling it, too.
You know my decision. Why are you doing this?
Because I love you, and I will not accept your decision to break off our engagement.
Well, I'm sorry. That's just the way it has to be.
Who said this is the way it has to be? Haven't we always felt that we were destined to be with each other? Don't end it like this, Anna, please.
Do you think it was easy for me to let you go? Did you know what it meant when you gave me that ring? I love you. I'll always love you. But I can't change my mind because you gave me your word and you broke it.
I'll still keep my word about Frisco and Felicia.
Oh, yes. You're going to make sure that they're safe. You're going to see to it that all the charges are dropped against them. Well, it's too late because they were both attacked last night.
Anna, I'm sorry.
Yeah, oh, you're sorry, I'm sorry, everybody's sorry.
Anna, I am trying. I'm taking steps to protect Frisco and Felicia. You must believe that.
It's too late. Don't you understand?
Please, take this ring, wear it, put it on your finger. Please, trust me for a while longer.
No. You're asking the impossible.
Anna, I will make it work. I am trying very hard. Please trust me for a little while longer.
I can't. I just can't.
Anna, you have got to believe in me.
Don't you think I want to believe in you more than anything? But I can't risk Frisco and Felicia's lives. Now, he is already fighting for his life at this very moment.
Then Lavery gets up in the middle of lunch and walks out on him. He was furious, not sure it wasn't the food.
What about Damon?
The guy's a sphinx. I didn't stick around after that. I tailed Lavery straight to Anna's office.
All right, Robert, what do you want to do now?
I was about to suggest a question and answer session, WSB style.
Good. What are we after?
Who's calling the shots? Who set up the two kids?
What proof do we have that they were set up?
Frisco suspected criminal activity at the ADZ warehouse, and that's coincidentally where Edna tried to kill the two of them.
What else do you know from personal observation?
I heard Michelle and Eve at the circus say, and I quote, "Get the printout, kill Scorpio, Frisco, and Felicia."
What do you know about the printout?
Not much, only that Frisco got it from Lavery's computer.
Can Duke be connected to any criminal activity?
Not directly.
Can he be connected to the frame-up?
Not yet.
What facts do we know about Duke Lavery?
Treasure chest of laundered money went from the circus to Lavery's club, so Duke is linked to Michelle and Eves, who were instructed to kill Frisco, Felicia, and myself.
What about Damon?
Well, we know well. He's tied in with Lavery.
Is he calling the shots?
No proof of that.
Can we expect any help from Anna?
If she had any objectivity.
Can't she be persuaded to be objective?
I don't think so. Not yet.
What's our next move?
Find out what was on that printout. I think that's the key to why Felicia was framed in the first place.
Jones, you want to come in now, please?
The decision is in. The police trial board were unanimous. They voted to terminate you from the police force.
I tried, but the facts against you were insurmountable. I'm sorry, Frisco.
It's unanimous?
I'm devastated, Frisco. I just wish that there was something I could do.
That goes for me too, Frisco. I'm very, very sorry about this.
Well, sure we're all sorry, especially me. But what the hell, huh? It's probably just as well it happened. Because I really don't want to have a damn thing to do with a police department like this.
Good news, Damon. The police trial board suspended Jones. If all they did was suspend him, I would have phoned it in, but no, they really stuck it to him. He's out, gone. It's all over for Frisco Jones.
Fantastic. This calls for a drink.
Now, come on, please. I'm a cop. I can't have a drink. I'm still on duty.
Well, the tide is turning, Mr. V.
Yes, and I think things are going to get a lot better because Felicia and Frisco are going to have a preliminary hearing within the next 2 weeks, and then the court will decide whether or not they have to stand trial.
Well, that timing's good for us.
Tell me, did you have your little talk with Lavery today?
Oh, yeah.
Did he give you any trouble?
Of course. But we came to an understanding.
Oh?
Seems Anna won't take back the engagement ring until he can clear Felicia. So I promised him that we wouldn't make any move until he could get that done.
Does he have a phone guy?
He says he's got Marco all lined up. He says Frisco and Felicia will be off our backs before we know it.
Let's not start celebrating yet. We still have that one major problem.
Yeah. The printout.
The printout? Where the hell is it?
Well, I think that they've still got it. I think it's hidden somewhere.
Yeah? Well, then either Robert Scorpio doesn't know anything about it yet, or else he's playing games.
You know him better than I do. What do you think?
He's playing games. The one place that Scorpio would try to decode that printout would be the WSB computer in Anna Devane's office.
This is Jenny Blake reporting live from police headquarters. WLPC has just found out that rookie police officer Frisco Jones has been fired from the police department. As we reported earlier, Mr. Jones was supposed to go in front of the police trial board on various charges, ranging from motorcycle theft to the aid and abetting of the flight of his wife, who's also been charged with embezzlement and theft. The trial board vote was unanimous. Both Mr. and Mrs. Jones are with me now to tell their side of the story. Frisco, do you think you got a fair hearing?
Well, if you mean, do I think the trial board followed proper procedure? Yes, but I think their mind was made up before I got there.
How did you come to that conclusion?
Because the police department chose not to investigate my case.
Can you tell us what exactly is your case? What is your story?
I left Port Charles with my wife in an attempt to protect her because she was framed for theft and embezzlement. It was just a moral obligation. I couldn't get the police to cooperate, so I sort of just did it on my own.
You took the law into your own hands.
As it turned out, my hands a little safer for my wife than the police.
Could you please explain that?
My wife and I spent a night in jail. We were both attacked by the inmates. The police department made no attempt to protect my wife or me, for that matter. I mean, it's common sense. If you put a cop in jail, plus his wife, I mean, they're targets for inmates. I'm just hoping that I can get the charges off my wife right now, that's all.
Now that you are a private citizen again, do you plan on asking the police department to help you?
Well, hell, the police don't believe my story now. I don't know what would change their mind.
Yes, but you've had a very close relationship with co-police chief Anna Devane. Has she been any help to you through all of this?
You mean if Chief Devane has defended me to the trial board? No.
How about your wife? Has she helped your wife in any of this?
Chief Devane has done nothing to help me. She's turned her back on me both personally and professionally. Well, she believed the charges against my wife.
Well, we're certainly all very...
Look, my hands were tied by the trial board. It's impossible to reverse a decision according to Bert.
Robert? That's right.
Darling, I'm sorry you had to hear that, sweetheart.
Mommy, why were you so mean to Frisco? He's my godfather.
Robin?
Mommy, now he won't be my godfather. And I'm going to be 8 years old, and he's not coming to my party. And you spoiled everything.
Robin, listen to me. Come on.
No, you didn't help Frisco.
Robin.
Please,
There are certain things to do with your mother's job that you don't quite understand. She has rules to follow. If she didn't follow those rules, well, she wouldn't be doing her job.
Don't care.
Someday you will, I promise.
Someday it'll be too late. We won't have any friends by then.
Robin.
Shall I get that?
No. I'll get it. Yes.
Robert, it's Frisco. I'm glad you answered. Listen, I need to talk to you. Port Charles Hotel, 8 o'clock. Can you be there?
I'll be there. Look, we've all got to do what we've got to do. So at Frisco.
Coffee's nearly ready. Robin, you better go to bed now, please.
I won't sleep.
Do you want me to read to you?
No, I don't want you to do anything for me.
You can't talk to me like that. Will you go to bed, please? Well, guess I know where I stand with her.
You know, I would have offered to read to her myself, except I didn't want to get in the way of your authority.
Authority. You can see there are a lot of things that I have to talk to Robin about.
Well, it's a bad situation all the way around.
No. I hope I never have another day like this. I'm so upset about Frisco.
Yeah, he's a guy that's been hung out to dry.
There's nothing I could do. I mean, the board had voted in favor of a suspension. Then Bert and I could have recommended a short one. And you do understand, don't you?
My opinion's irrelevant.
No, it isn't. You have a very strong opinion.
As a matter of fact, I do, Anna. I just don't understand how you can be so stupid. After all of your WSB training, you still keep sticking your head in the sand.
I did my best. Sean, I am damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. I'm getting it from all angles. First from Frisco and then from the media. I mean, I have been accused of favoritism, and now I'm being accused of incompetence and disloyalty.
Yeah, and you keep avoiding the real issue and you know it.
Oh, what is the real issue?
Well, the same it's always been from the start. Duke Lavery. Now, he has been involved in everything that's ever happened to Frisco and Felicia, beginning with the frame-up. Now, why in the hell haven't you investigated his connection?
I have a good reason.
All right. Enlighten me.
Because I don't believe what any of you say about him. And don't say it's my personal feelings interfering with my job, because I've had enough of that and it's not true, and I don't want to discuss my personal life.
Fine, fine. End of discussion.
Sean, it's nothing against you.
Oh, no, it's nothing against me, but you know, there are some things that really I do take personally. I got a notice today. My hearing has been set concerning the Quartermain case. How about that?
What about it?
Are you going to turn your back on me the same way you have with Frisco and Felicia? You know, I hope you're going to be very happy with Duke Lavery. Because after this whole thing is over with, he may be the only one left in your life.